Hey, welcome to the July 28th, 2020 meeting of the Board of Adjustments. Call to order. First off, we'll do a roll call of members. Mr. Willie Robinson,
Present.
Mr. Devin Graham,
Present.
Mr. Brandon Bennett,
Present.
Mr. Jake Jofreon,
Present.
and Ms. Darla and Mr. Eddie are both absent. Now we open it up for public comment. Anybody have a public comment for the Board of Adjustments?
No one signed up.
Thank you. Close public comments. Oh, let's see, we do the acceptance of minutes from the May 26th meeting.
Hey, I did have a note on that one, just Jamaica. I noticed that it still had Devin Graham listed as vice chairman,
Okay.
so.
All right.
Can we
I get-
still accept it? Just make,
I guess.
yeah, okay. I'll make a motion to accept.
With that, with the motion to accept with that acceptance.
Second.
All right, got a motion by Mr. Brandon Bennett and a second by Mr. Willie Robinson. Any objections? Motion passes. Acceptance of the written decisions from the May 26, 2020 meeting.
I'll motion to accept.
Second.
A motion by Mr. Brandon Bennett and a second by Mr. Willie Robinson. Any objections? Motion passes. All right. Next up, we have zoning review ID PZ 2350.20-A, 2.617 acre portion of Tract 1 of the Mary Elizabeth Anchorage property for Jose Reyes? Yeah, Reyes. Located on the east side of Muddy Creek Road, approximately 900 feet north of Blythe Road, to request a variance of the Ascension Parish Development Code, Section 17-2073, site requirement, purpose and intent, setback and yard requirement. Located in the Section 40 T-8-S R-3-E, Southeastern Land District, east of Mississippi River, Ascension Parish. All right, anyone here to speak on that matter?
How you doing?
Good, good. Just state your name and your address and your intentions, please.
My name is Jose Reyes, and my intention to subdivide a portion of my property. It's just to help my friend out, and treat each other like family. So he's having a hard time with this family. He's disabled from work, unfortunately from accident at work. And his wife worked at a school in Baton Rouge in St. George. And from the COVID, she's been out of work. And their apartment is, well, they've been waiting for this hearing, and their apartment is due. Somebody's up to rent for it, and they have to move out. So I'm trying to help them out to move into this on my property, so it can, we need to help each other out in
Yeah.
these times.
No, that's nice of you. I just was, so do you have a picture of the map? Because you talk about using the road access.
Yes.
And so I'd just be curious as to where you're planning on placing the trailer on the property? Look to your left. Look to your left, guys, Jose.
Okay. Yes, okay. This is my road, my driveway. This is where I live. Right? And mobile home would be placed here. Right, is it? No, it's no, don't pick up. It's about right here. It's more to the entrance, to the front of the road.
So you said he placed or he's placing?
Well, the situation that, from waiting, with it, I had to move the mobile home there, and it's already on the property.
Gotcha. I kind of, that was the next question I had for you. It looks like you
Yeah.
attached a lot of your paperwork that seems like it was probably already purchased and,
Yes.
okay.
We came here and, they
Yes.
give me, we got the address and everything.
Can you mind speaking into the mic?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
We got the address and everything. They told me to go ahead and, well, I had to have the trailer there. They give me like, first they give me a wrong address. So we have to go and fix it and everything. And just this, and now we got this problem,
Yeah, it's just a
you
thing.
know,
that-
to subdivide it. And, I mean, like I said, I was supposed to live in my apartment like 3 months ago. Somebody rented already. I got 2 kids, you know. I have to move in 2 days.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, like you said, they got a certificate of occupancy?
I was about to say, is they the parish?
Yeah.
No. No certificate of occupancy was given, no inspections were done
No,
on the property.
No,
They-
nobody's
when-
living in it right
no,
now.
nobody's living right there.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, but let me, just to clarify, you're saying they, you mean
Oh,
the parish
yeah.
building across the street told y'all to do all that? or-
Yes, sir. Actually, when we get the paperwork, they give me we got 5 numbers address,
Yes,
and
sir.
they give me one with 4. So it was something weird. So we went back and we checked. I mean, we went to the inside and they checking the computers and everything, all these maps, and we showed them it was gonna be right here and everything. So they fixed our address.
Okay.
And now that we went to get the permits and all that, they came out with
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, the frontage was saying it was like 200. I guess it was an old map, and my road frontage is 103.
Yeah, so you don't have enough. Oh, let me go ahead and say this too. Y'all saying subdivide, but
Oh, it's
that's
like
not
a-
what y'all asking for
No,
on
no.
paperwork.
It's just a place, you know.
Just
to-
to place a secondary residence on a single parcel.
Yeah, well, that's what they said, were telling us that we needed to subdivide or soft subdivide.
I'm just clearing it up. That way
Yeah.
it's,
It's all in there.
I don't know, it's just, I don't have to subdivide. It's just for momentarily helping him, to get back on his feet.
So, okay, so momentarily would be that the mobile home's gonna stay there until he gets back on his feet, so then the mobile home was gonna be rented out, or the mobile
Oh,
home's
no,
gonna
no,
move
no.
with him? Like, is
Yeah.
this a temporary, is this permanent? What's the,
No, this
What's-
is just temporary.
temporary.
seems like a lot of work to go through just for something that's gonna be for, 3 months.
Yeah, that's not, my plan to be renting out or anything. It's just, actually, in a couple of years, I'm thinking about building my house
Okay.
there.
I guess, so once y'all move out, the trailer's going with you? Or-
Yeah, he's gonna try to buy his own property,
Okay,
It just I've been out of work. I got 2 back surgeries. I got metal in my back
Yeah.
and all that, and I just started working as a driver. And right now I'm not going. I've just been like 6 weeks, 5 weeks on my work, and I'm not going to get approval for a loan, or something for that property.
I understand. I mean, technically, Lance, I mean, they had 2.1 acres is what it is?
I don't think that's correct, because first when they came in, I thought they could subdivide the property, but
Yeah.
this isn't showing the correct, footage, I guess you could say. It's probably about an acre or so.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
No,
So this red line,
Okay.
2.6.
That's-
2.6?
So that is,
2.68 acres.
Yeah.
so if that's correct, I mean, that's a lot of land for.
Yeah, but there's not enough frontage in order for him to subdivide the property.
I
and
understand.
that's where it came in.
I gotcha.
okay, so I guess from now, we're gonna, ask you to please have a seat, and we're gonna open it up for public comment.
Okay.
Is there any public comment?
No,
here?
So,
Yeah, just go sit back down and we'll open it up for public comment. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry, Stephen.
That's all right. Okay, we have,
I have Steve Christ.
Hello, my name is Steve Christ, and my address is 41492 Oak Harbor Road, Prairieville, Louisiana. And Oak Harbor Road is right behind these trailers. I've been there almost 4 years, and I've asked to do some things, something similar to this, to build a couple of houses on a narrow piece of land, and I've been shot down. I recently built a house for my mother-in-law, and I went through I had to go to the parish to get it approved. I had to get all my I had to pay for a surveyor to come out there and survey everything. We did all that, and we followed the law. We got permits, we built the house. I mean, but if we do this, we're gonna set a precedence. If he really wanted to help his friend out, he can use that camper trailer he's got back there. They wouldn't have to spend all that money to build that trailer right there. Put that trailer right there and everything, they got it. And he's got a camper trailer right there, and I think he's got somebody else living in that one too. Just like his neighbor. His neighbor has a house trailer, and he's got a camper trailer, and he's got people living in it too. So I would have brought more people here with me, but I couldn't get nobody to come because of the rain. And we're trying to keep our property nice back there. Actually, Muddy Creek and Oak Harbor can be a beautiful place, but all the trailers and all the old houses back there, I've been up here already with the meetings before and asked for help. The parish president said he was gonna call me and help me with the guy up there in front of Muddy Creek. I don't know if y'all know who he is, the guy with the 5 trailers that's all piled together and got a bunch of junk piled up. It's a disgrace, and the people across the street trying to sell a house for $450,000, they ain't gonna get it. So what I'm saying is, if you let this go, you're gonna set a precedence, because there're gonna be more trailers. There's a lot of things going on Muddy Creek that people are not looking at. There's some guy building in the back, building a big wall all the way around his property. He actually built on his neighbor's yard, didn't get no variances or nothing. There's another guy all the way in the back, he's been grandfathered in. That's what you hear in the parish. Everybody else is grandfathered in, but when I come in the parish and I try to do things, I get shot down. So I gotta follow it to the T, because this man, he has kicked me out a lot. He has. So I'm asking you not to allow this variance. Because if you allow this one, you're gonna have 5 more trailers there. And you know, I'm just trying to keep my property value up, I guess. I hope I've explained myself well enough.
yes,
But
sir.
we don't want it.
Thank you. Anybody else?
No, that's it.
That's it. All right, closing public comment. Any discussion, any motion?
I guess the one thing I wanted to make sure, so we're, like, from the secondary residence, it was more of a lot frontage. The lot frontage on the road is what we're,
No, what it is that it's not considered an immediate family member,
okay.
not a secondary family. It's a friend. It's not an immediate family member by define parent, grandparent, child, or
Yeah.
grandchild of the
Yeah.
owner.
Okay.
What's the time limit they're trying to put this trailer there for?
I think they said 3
They
months.
hadn't set one?
They haven't set one?
Just trying to, make the time enough of work to get approved for the loan or something. I even talked with somebody already, like, a realtor to get a piece of land or something to move my trailer, but just because it just so recently, my job, I'm going to get approved because of that. But I mean, as soon as possible, I mean, I'm gonna keep trying. I want to have my own place too, and it's been so hard right now since my surgery. My last surgery was a fusion, so
I mean, he has
Yep.
he has a valid point, like trying to protect his property. I mean, we all do. We take care of it, especially my other neighbor that lives in front of him, Roy,
Mhm.
and he's always out there cutting his grass. him and his wife and his grandson. And same as me, you know, even the previous owner that lived there, he didn't take care of it. When I got there, it was, I cleaned it up. You know, and he has a point, you know, in the front of the, entering Muddy Creek, it's, you know, it's a mess. But I assure you, I'm not putting any more mobile homes on my property. And I do have an RV there, but as y'all know, nobody can live in there. No one can live in there.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions, comments, motions?
And and I would think, I mean, we keep our place really clean. It's not just a mobile home laid down right there, and you know, it's really, really clean. It's not just a piece of old trailer or whatever.
Okay.
Oh, I have a question.
Okay.
The mobile home, who paid for the, do you say the mobile home is on the property now?
Yes, sir.
Who paid for the mobile home? Okay.
I mean, once that they told me that I have to move the mobile home first, well, I mean, together I move it, and yeah. I mean, I pay for some. I mean, I don't move it.
So you don't have a job,
No, but
you're not currently working?
Yeah, but I get some because I was hurt at work, and that's how I was able to get me the got the money for the mobile home and to move it. And, you know, I was trying to get something big, but I mean not big, but you know, ready to move. I'm sorry.
So the mobile home is a newer mobile home?
It's a 2000. It's not. It's used. It's used, but
2012.
yeah, but
So you was able to purchase a mobile home, but couldn't purchase land and a mobile home together?
No, it wasn't enough.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, most banks don't want a loan for a property with a mobile home.
Oh, my discussion would be, I'm gonna agree with Lance and them, and I don't think it's in Harmony. I do know that area, grew up in Prairieville, so I don't like the idea. We don't have a good policing power to remove it at a time period that it could just become a rental, and in 20 years it'll still be sitting there as a rental. So I don't agree with this personally. So, I mean, I would make a motion to deny, but I want y'all to continue discussion. But that's my part. I'm not in favor of this.
Yeah, I did a lot of reading, and like you look at the law, and like you look at what we have to follow in the code. Because whenever I got this one across, it's like I can understand, I can see what your hardship is, and can truly feel with y'all, and the times that we may be in. So I understand, but at the end of the day, I mean, the law is the law, and we have to follow what is set forth for us. Truly sorry, and but at the end of the day, we have. Our job is to follow what, the parish asks us to do and follow the rules. So I do support, what Devin's saying on that one. So I'll go ahead and I'll make a motion to deny the variance.
I'll second.
A motion to deny by Brandon Bennett and second by Devin Graham. Any objections? Motion to deny.
Thank you.
Thank y'all. Y'all have a good day.
You're doing great.
All right, next up, we have zoning review ID PZ 2364.20 for Tyra Allen, located on the west side of Christie Drive, approximately 700 feet south of Highway 308 south to Highway 308 south. To request a variance of Ascension Parish Development Code, Section 17-2073, site requirements, purpose and intent, setback and yard requirements, residential, located in Section 102, T-11-S, R-14-E, Southeastern Land District, west of the Mississippi, Ascension Parish, Louisiana. Anyone here to speak on this matter?
y'all doing?
Good,
Good,
good.
doing well.
My name is Danny Allen. I'm Tyler's spouse.
Okay.
And left my pictures at the house.
Mr. Allen, if you would like, totally up to you, make it easy on us to hear if you want to pull your mask down and take it off while you're at the microphone. It's
right.
Are you
acceptable.
6 feet, Drake?
Yeah,
Yeah.
6'4".
Okay.
About 20 years ago, we went through the permits and added addition on our mobile home. Went through all the zoning codes and everything. And we started wrapping that up. And we wanted to put a top right there in the front of the home. So we never got to that after the mobile home was finished, the addition was finally finished. And we wanted to request putting the top up in front of the mobile home, so I can show you this picture.
Yeah, please do.
And we had a portable top, the ones you buy like with the thing, but they told us we had to move it 9 years ago because it was over a little ditch line, about 4 foot. So we're requesting to build a little small 16 by 14 right there before the line. 8 foot high and 8 foot high, and I'm gonna have it 16 by 14.
Yeah, you said 16 by 14, but it says
Yeah, showing
16
20
by
by
20.
14.
20 by 14.
20 by 16.
I'm getting messed up now.
That's okay. Take your time. We'll make sure we get
Yeah,
it right.
yeah. 20 wide, 16 coming out to the road. I don't wanna go over the ditch line.
Mhm.
And this is the picture of the street. I was told certain areas down there at Christie Lane, 13 homes, not even 30 foot from the highway. And we are one of them, and my wife been back there 33 years.
I'm guessing your home's the one with the address, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And that's the measurements of the neighbors across, the neighbors on the side, the neighbors in front, the neighbors in the back of the lane. Ain't no one, probably got about 8 homes more than 30 foot from that street. And this is another picture of the home. This is it right here. And that's why I'm gonna put that top right there and go back. The ditch line for the parish is right where that security sign is at. And the top we had before was 2 foot ahead of that. So that's why we had to have it moved 8, 9 years ago, too close to the highway. So I'll go back 4 foot behind the ditch line, and there's a fence also on side me, which is right by the ditch line also.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not my fence.
Mm-hmm.
And I got some more pictures on my phone I took recently by working every day.
Where on the map, exactly, like on the map that you had attached for the, yeah, would you mind showing us where?
I think the fence is right there.
So where's the fence?
All right.
Yeah, just, oh,
It's that shadow.
okay.
It goes over the purple line.
Oh, yeah, right here.
Yep.
And all this is my mother-in-law's, my wife's property right here. In this whole section, that's their own property. Across the street is a trailer park. And once again, none of them, they just been back there probably within 20 years. And ain't none of them even 20 foot from the road, from the little street.
And so currently you're 35 feet from the center line of the road, though?
From the center line.
From
I'm
the center line,
right
okay.
there, right
So
around.
that would be, what would be your distance from the house to the road? Do we know
It's
that?
24.
20,
I think I got it, 24. From the road, but not to the center line. The center line is 30, 36 or 35.
From the edge of the road to the edge of your house is about 24, you
24.
think?
About
Okay.
24.
Okay.
And that ditch line is about 3 foot from that. And we have a concrete driveway right
So
there.
you're talking about the ditch line would be approximately 21 feet from the house?
There you go. And
Okay,
it's running under our concrete
okay.
carport. So I wanna stop it before that ditch line like everyone else.
yeah.
Been back there, but a fence stop at right before the ditch line or something like that.
So we're looking at basically you're gonna be 4 feet to the road, if I'm
Probably
understanding
more,
everything.
probably more.
Probably more.
At minimum.
Oh, no, okay, I'm sorry, it was 16 is the width, right?
20 is the
About
width.
I mean.
16 is the length.
The depth, yeah, length, yeah.
It'd be
yeah.
about 8 foot.
So, okay.
Yeah.
So you're looking at 8 feet there, okay.
Yeah, my center peak gonna be 10 foot. I don't wanna go too high, cause I don't wanna,
So we was talking about the length from the
Oh, all
house
right.
to the edge. All right, any other questions for Mr. Allen now? If not, we'll open it up for public comment.
How many car garage is that?
well,
Because
We
I'm
can
seeing
hold
it set
two.
off to the left of the mobile home there.
well, my wife, she parks her car there, and I park my car there every now and then, but the weather, like I said, once again, when we did the addition, we were supposed to put a top there, so the car's getting damaged, the rain, and, it's a headache. But it's 2 cars can fit right there, easy.
Thank you.
Yeah, so Lance, so basically if I'm looking at it, like we're basing this off of the center line or the street center line at 55 feet.
Correct.
But their home is not even at the
No,
55 feet.
correct,
Okay.
correct.
So if so we're looking at the 20-foot, would like to place a car cover 20 feet. So I guess, so these numbers kind of based off of where the house is sitting is, what are we supposed to really go off of if we're?
You're gonna have to go off the center line, but the question comes in is that even with him putting it so far off, is he still within the right of way of the road? And that's where my question is with that. So
Okay.
I don't have an issue with him putting it there, but we gotta make sure that he's not in the right of way of the road. And the only way I know of to possibly do that is to get a survey to go out there and verify. And then from there, if a variance is granted or not granted, base it off how far he can be from that property line that's gonna be established by a survey. Because I don't want us, and we can't grant a variance, and then we put it out there, and then it'd be encroaching into the right of way of the road. By my calculations, look like it's gonna be in the right of way of the road.
Pretty close.
Or pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a line of sight, there's some other things there too.
So could we accept based off of the, I guess, how the right of way, the
Yes.
survey? Can we?
Yes, yeah, I would think, yeah, yes, sir, I would believe that you could do that,
Okay.
yes.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, but respectively, I look at these maps all the time, and, I mean, this line looks like it's right on the house. I know it could be off just because of the overlay of the lines, but,
Right.
I mean, the ordinance wouldn't even allow you to build that close or place anything that close, much less construct something that could be in the right of way or become a danger. I know widening a road sounds like a myth in the parish, but if they ever need to do anything to the road, it could become a danger to DPW, or not a danger, but a, lack of words right now, but it could basically be, you could set a lawsuit if they damage something that is in,
Liability.
or too close to right of way. I was gonna ask you about the 5 foot, what was the math on that, but I mean,
Yeah, 'cause
it's in the
'Cause that's-
setbacks no matter what.
'cause that's another argument. We got people been down there 30, 40 years. They got fences right on the line. That's in the
Yes,
site
sir.
too.
Oh, no, I agree.
For
I mean,
everything, and we've been back there before them.
Yeah. No, I agree. Don't get me wrong. A lot of these
Their
ordinances were
fence line
placed,
come right by the ditch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, there's one right on side of my house.
a lot of these ordinances were placed 20 years ago, I think.
Yeah. And that's how long we've
So,
been back there,
yeah.
30 years.
So, I mean, there's violations all over, but I think my duty on this board would be to not allow more to happen unless
Yeah, I
there's a
could cut
true
it back
hardship.
12 foot if, you know, we need something to park, my wife needs something to park a vehicle under, you know.
I've got another question for you. I see you've got a lot of property to the side of your trailer there. I see a tree there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you able to put your garage there?
I moved the first one when they told me it had to be attached to the home. And they told me if it was attached to the home at that time, 9, 10 years ago, I could have leave it where it was.
Is he not allowed to build a shed for cars over there for a parish?
So I spent
I'm aware of.
$1,000 on that, and I had to move that by my father-in-law trailer.
I mean, as long as it meets the ordinances, there's
As long as
no,
it meets the ordinance and it's away from the road.
I mean, I'll let Lance answer, but I mean,
Yeah.
I do believe that that would be.
Yeah, he would, as long as he would meet the requirements of the setback, and that might not have been the case at the time when he constructed that shed.
And look, just to say, I'm not trying to be difficult. I understand these hardships. I live in a neighborhood,
Yeah.
everything's tight fit, but I don't like things too close to the road. I mean, there's 10 years from now, you don't know what's
You know
gonna
what I'm saying? So we
occur.
gotta live with it every day.
I understand. I
You
agree.
got- You're
I
looking at
agree.
a fence right there, 5 foot from the road.
Yes, sir. I
And
agree.
you know, you're right here looking at it every morning you wake up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, no, I agree. I know what you mean. I just,
And we went through all the codes and everything, and procedures and everything to do our addition on our own.
yes,
We
sir.
did everything.
And you said that you could make the depth
I can
from
try
16
12, I
to.
could do 12. I could cut
That's
back
all.
2 more foot. I'm be at least 10 foot from the
So
road.
that
if
would
I
be
can cut
10,
12.
to be, you go.
Let's do that. Well,
go.
I
Well,
support
Hold on,
that.
hold
We
on.
still gotta do public.
Wait, get way ahead outside.
Well, I say I support it.
We still gotta,
vote for it. I
we
say
still
I
gotta do a
support.
public comment.
Yeah.
Hold on.
No, I support it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you know, whatever y'all decide, I could cut back 10 to 12, and, you know, I need something, you know. Something to protect our vehicles. We got nice vehicles, they can get damaged, and
It looks like you could widen it as well on the paperwork you have. If you cut back, you widen, you still have.
yeah, I
square
can do the
footage.
width. I
So
can
you
go-
go a little wider and you still get your square footage that you're looking for.
Yeah, I can go over like another 10 foot widening. But it's not gonna be on my carport, my slab. It's gonna be on the ground right there. The carport is 21 by 20. So, but I can still widen it like, you know.
Okay, Mr. Allen, we're gonna ask you to have a seat, and we're gonna open it up for public comment. Anybody here to
No
speak?
one signed up.
Okay, we got somebody sitting out there.
Just here to watch the show.
Are you here to speak on anything, sir?
Oh, really?
Is that,
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, let
Oh,
the,
no, you're good.
I don't know,
I didn't know.
is that
we just
okay?
need you to sign up.
Does he need to
after you
sign
speak.
up now, or
Yeah, he can sign up after.
sign up after? Okay,
Sorry, y'all.
go ahead, have your 3
I'm his
minutes.
next door neighbor,
Uh-huh,
and my fence is 6 inches inside my property, if you measure at the 4x4s. So I run a string all the way from the front, all the way to the back. That's 200 and some feet. The culverts are on private property, they're not in the servitude. When they did the water lines through there, they had to dig right next to the street, because they couldn't dig on private property. And I measured it on the street for where he's talking about, it's 21 foot, 8 inches to the blacktop. So, just to let you all know.
From the corner of his house to the road is what you're saying?
Yeah,
Okay.
unless my 35-foot tape read wrong.
okay.
Just, real quick, can you tell me where you live at? You state your address and your name, please?
35179 Carroll Street.
Thank you.
I'm the one's got the big shed and the big fence that goes all the way to the back in the house.
Yes, sir. Okay.
And I made the mistake of putting them trees in the backyard. So you need me to sign someplace?
Call-
Yeah, you can do right
You
after.
get with, yeah, get with Ms. Jamaica there. Okay, nobody else signed up for public comment? We close public comment. Any motion, any discussion? Any questions? Mhm.
Ms. Allen, raising his hand.
So you're looking at. She says 4 feet, so you're about 5 feet.
Could I put this back on?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it should come up.
That's what I'm thinking. I would agree. I would agree. Yep.
If you look at
We don't have
this,
one on file?
I don't, huh?
Do we have a survey on file?
if you
I
look
don't
at this
think- I don't think
fence,
so.
Hold
can
on a
tell-
second, we're having a
all
discussion
right,
on
this
the
is not
board here.
30 foot from the road, that fence. You can look at it yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he was referencing the 4x4. I think that.
Okay, can we,
Yeah.
I mean, can we, I don't know, can we table the issue for a survey?
Yeah.
Can we postpone?
Let me do this real quick. Does the fence doesn't matter to the ordinance, right? Fences aren't structures, therefore they don't matter. So I just want to clear that part up.
Right.
And then the second part would be, the carport would be structure. And, in any home or anything else that we would do, we'd have to follow the ordinance to say the 55 from the center, right? So I'm just stating those facts. I'm not trying to be the bad guy, I promise. Tonight's just that night, I guess.
So we talking about the variance requested is like 100%.
Yeah, pretty much. It's,
That's pretty,
I mean, I think as drawn, I think Lance has in our documents that it's already touching the right of way.
Looks like it.
So if you were saying 5 feet, if you don't mind explaining that, please.
Without having a survey, I'm not really sure
Yes.
where the property line is, other than, going from the center line of the road and basing it off of, that information. Getting a survey and then stating that within your property line to be X amount of feet from that.
Yeah.
Then, if he can make it, he can make it. If he can't, then he can't.
So what can we do on that? Can we table it?
It would be an opinion. I mean, I'm no a surveyor, but I can
Yeah.
tell you that's not a 30.
we don't have legal counsel
Yeah,
either,
yeah.
so.
No, we can table it. He can voluntarily pull it to a different time frame, right, Lance? So, do it depending on survey for us to have.
Yeah, you need to
action.
ask the applicant.
Yeah.
Sir, you mind coming back up? You want to?
You do it.
Yeah, that's what I was showing you first, whatever decision y'all make. About that neighbor, we've been having trouble with him for over 30 years.
Yeah, but just make it clear, we're trying to work with you. So what we're recommending is that you pull your application, and then you get your land surveyed. And then that way we can base our decision off of the survey and based on the actual numbers of how your house is sitting in conjunction, like to your center line. Because we're just speculating. We're doing a lot of speculating here. And we do want to work with you, but then also we don't want to approve something where, I totally agree with what Devin's saying. Now we put a structure that's in the right of way of the road and
Yeah,
we're
I
putting,
agree.
your
Yeah, but
family in
yeah,
harm's
yeah.
way and things like that.
Well,
So.
now I'm trying to understand also what he said about a fence. It's something not regulated, that's right away also.
It-
You
yeah.
get hit, that's still in the way, you know?
It was public comment. He
Yeah.
I
was able to get up there and say what he wanted to say. It was just public comment. It was not a discussion of any sort.
That's nowhere
so
near 36 feet.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. If it's a fence, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
and-
even though that can't be in the right of way too, you get hit, a car can hit that, anything.
It's not, but according to the ordinance and the structure that we have to follow is not it's not a building. It's a fence. So it falls under different
Different
stuff.
category.
Yeah, then, falls
Yeah.
under different category than a house, a structure, a building, a garage. It's a fence.
All right.
And also just keep in mind that, when we look at this, we're looking at your
single survey.
request. Yeah. We're not, we do, granted it is what it is and there's things that are around and the fence and all that's part of it, but we're basing our decision off of your specific request. We can't help what people did 30 years ago and 40 years ago, so you have to understand that. But we are trying to work with you, and so we would like to just table it and based off of your updated survey. So.
And
Well-
then too, I share this with you. Just say we do approve this. Later on down the line, a issue, and you got to remove all that. So I would rather you work forward Now, be proactive and then go forward, then we go forward, then you have to go backwards. So that way, once you have that survey, you know without a doubt, we know without a doubt where everything is. Then we can go from there and say, look, we'll give you this amount of variance or that amount of variance. But we just in the blind right now,
All right, so.
you know, so
Let me,
if I had a survey and I can see the numbers and see the depth, then I can say, well, look, I'm confident I can, I think 6 feet will be good off of that. But we just,
So what we need.
well, I was about
a
to say.
survey.
We're not asking you to, we don't want to table,
Yeah,
we want you to ask for you to withdraw it from tonight. Work with Lance, come up with another date and have a survey, so next time we can use real numbers, real data.
Right.
So
And
we
have
get
a
a survey?
more educated decision. Yes, sir, you can,
Work,
you're gonna work with the local
I never
survey.
dealt with nothing like this neither.
Okay.
yeah, work with Lance and his team, and they'll be able to help you out with all that. Yep. So are you okay with us pulling your application from
Well,
tonight?
Actually,
Oh, I'm
you would
sorry.
have to voluntarily
Yeah.
withdraw it from the agenda tonight to put it onto another agenda night, onto another night's agenda.
so we're not denying it.
And we don't have a
Yeah.
legal lawyer here to tell you the exact.
Look
word.
like Lance has something.
Yeah, I
to
have
say.
something. What they're gonna do is they're gonna table it. So what will happen is that, once you get the survey done, you'll present it back to us, and we'll rehear the item, just like we did tonight. But they'll have information in front of them to know exactly what they're granting.
Yep.
It's because we need to know exactly where your property lines are in reference to know if they grant this variance, there's a possibility even where you put it and where you say you're gonna put it, you may still be in the right of way.
Right,
Believe it or not.
right.
So we need to make sure that that's not the case. If you have a survey, we know how far the property, how much your home, I mean, he's gonna show existing footages, your property lines, how far all the structures are on the property, how far it is from the edge of the street, how far it is from the center line of the road. That way they'll have a better understanding of what they're actually granting. So they're not agreed, they're not denying anything, they just need a little more information for them to make a decision.
Yep.
Okay?
Thank
Yep.
You.
I thank y'all, man.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, let me do this
Yes,
with Lance. Are we tabling, or are we asking him to withdraw it from tonight's agenda to,
It's up to y'all, however you up to me with that. I mean, as long as when he gets the information back, I mean, we're gonna put it on the agenda, so,
As long as we
And-
all agree on it.
correct.
in that case, I'll make a motion to table it until more due diligence have been done and presented to us, so we have better data.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, I second, yep.
All right, motion made by Mr. Devin Graham to table until we can get some more information, and second by Mr. Willie Robinson. Any objections?
No, sir.
All right, motion passes. Next is, any old business?
No, sir.
Any new business?
No, sir.
All right. I guess I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
Motion by Brandon Bennett to adjourn, and second by Jake Joffrey.
All in favor?
All in favor?
All in favor? Aye.